So you have to realize they sold you a lie to awaken to the truth. And once you awaken to the truth, you'll realize that the world order cannot touch you. What is development? What are we developing towards? What are we developing towards? Innately, we think we are lacking something, that we should be running towards something else. We feel like we cannot live without the world. And yet you have the whole universe within you.
So,
Yeah.
what are the trees saying?
The trees are saying that you be present, be in the moment, observe your surrounding, and be one with it. Yeah.
And how do you know that's what they're saying?
Because that's what I'm feeling. You see, the tree grows from a plant to a big tree, yet we don't see the essence. We don't see the essence that is in the growth, yet it is there. So in that silence of growing, it speaks. It has activities itself. The wind makes it make some sound with its leaves. The twigs crackle, and people walk through trees. They make trails, they make paths. In those paths, those are the conversations with the trees. They're telling you, walk this way, and we listen. And we go back when we are tired of the urban settings, and we listen to the trees, and it grounds us back to the settings, to the default settings. Yeah.
There's a lot of tree cutting, environmental mismanagement.
Yeah.
What do the trees have to say about that?
From what I know, there was an experiment in the 50s that you tried to show that trees have feelings too. A person, I don't know, he talked to trees nicely, and there's a way he connected it to the machines. So he could sense the trees' feelings with the kind of narrative he's giving them. And when he came with a panga to cut that tree, that machine reacted very anxiously, or like in a way that it's not secure. So I think trees have feelings and trees listen. Yeah, so the language is silence, the language is being. So you have to be yourself first, you have to be authentic first for you to listen, to commune with trees, to know that they have feelings. So in cutting trees, that is just us doing us a disadvantage, because as per other talks that we have had, we have said that we are not separate from anything else. We are one with everything else. So killing a tree or cutting a tree is like killing yourself. Yeah, so we have to be conscious of our actions and know how to live with everything as part of the same oneness. Yeah.
Now, on the flip side,
Yeah.
We need trees.
Yeah.
We need to use them for paper, housing, and all those things.
Yeah.
So, and there is the concept of an animal, the soil, or plant, food plants, sacrificing their lives so that we can continue living. Shouldn't the trees also do the same?
Yeah, I think that life is sacred, and we have to sanctify our needs to the trees. We have to borrow their lives when we are. They are not simply resources that we need. They are our brothers and sisters in the universe. So like the Red Indians, when they went to kill an animal, they tell the animal why they are killing it. And they go to the point of telling them that I will allow you to kill me in another life if you're hungry too. So we should talk to the trees and let them know that we need them, because these are necessities. Even the ark that Noah built, he used a tree, and that was a command from God. You understand? So it's not that we should just live with trees as resources, like utilities, the way we take life as utilitarian. No, life is sacred, and we should be connected with it, so that when a tree fulfills a function for you, you feel the fulfillment that it has brought in your life. If it has built your house, feel the essence of that house. Don't just make it as a utilitarian, make it a sacred place for you, for living your life, a conscious ground for you of being with the universe. Yeah.
Should we do the same with water? Like
Everything,
rivers?
everything is sacred. There's nothing just there for you to use anyhow, by the way, by how you think. And if you think about it, life is not for us to do with as we think. Life is for us to do the will of the Creator. And that is freedom. Freedom is not doing what you feel like doing, because you don't know yourself and you don't know what you're doing. But the only thing that knows you, the only person that knows you is your Creator. So if you are connected to your Creator, you are going to serve life, be it trees, be it animals, be it rivers, and all the natural resources as per the will of the Creator, because you are going to be taking care of it. And that is called sustainability. You know, people talk about sustainability, like me, I'm an environmentalist by profession. But when we talk about sustainability, the in thing right now is sustainable development. You understand? And they define it as something that we know about. We know nothing about the earth and the universe. We know nothing about ourselves. So how can we put ourselves in an anxiety to accept that we can save the next generation by our efforts today? You have to connect yourself to your Creator, because your Creator is the source of sustainability. Whatever we are doing out here in the name of Vision 2030 or sustainability or SDGs or anything is limited in scope, and we are just running around in circles. We are not doing anything. We are just maintaining a world order that is dying. Understand? So the essence of sustainability should be connection to your Creator, which means once you're connected to your Creator, you're connected to the whole creation. And your actions from that point of view will be sustainable in essence. You understand? Yeah.
I agree on the basis that in the universe,
Yeah.
trees and wood in particular,
Yeah.
trees are the most rare of elements.
Yeah.
More rare than gold and diamonds.
Explain.
There are more diamonds in the universe than there are trees. There is more gold in the universe than there are trees. You get?
Yeah.
I think as far as we know, this is the only planet
That
we
has
know
trees.
that has trees.
Yeah.
But there is plenty of gold out there in the asteroids, in
Yeah,
whatever. There's
yeah.
plenty of diamonds. I think there are planets that are made of diamond.
That is
Pure
very
diamonds.
eye-opening.
Yeah.
And imagine those are the things we take of value here on earth, and that is the reason why we cut trees. You understand? But those things are out there. I was reading the Bible yesterday, and it was telling me that you can go and dig for gold deep down in the earth where we have not reached yet, but you will not find wisdom in that gold. And wisdom is you. You're created by wisdom, and you're searching for yourself outside there in gold, and you're searching for validation in other people's opinion. Like you, that gold doesn't know itself, that other person doesn't know himself, and you're searching opinion from one who doesn't know himself, yet you have yourself, and you have the blueprint of knowing yourself by going within you. You understand? So the essence of today's talk is just sustainability. That is what I usually, as an environmentalist, I do it for, like I used to do it for money. But nowadays, even if I find employment, I don't feel that fulfillment, because I'm merely following formality that has been a policy that has been brought down from UN, World Bank, and all funding agencies to be followed in order to say that we are environmentally sustainable. But in essence, we are compromising our integrity as human beings in the name of sustainable development. What is development? What are we developing towards? What are we developing towards? Like we are lacking, innately we think we are lacking something, that we should be running towards something else. But that is a world order that is failing, not us as human beings. The world order is the one looking for development to feel like it's reached the goals of creation, but innately we are full, whole, and complete. And if we all go within, we will not need policies to define how we should live with the environment, because we will be one with the environment. Yeah.
Now that you've brought up development,
Yeah.
there's a concept called degrowth.
Degrowth. Yeah. Explain.
Instead of growth,
Yeah.
the opposite, degrowth.
Yeah.
Instead of development,
Yeah.
I don't know if there's an opposite of, I don't want to say underdevelopment,
Yeah.
but the opposite of development, which is not pursuing development.
Not pursuing development. But when you look at it all the way, like I've said, it's all within the spectrum of the world order, the worldview that has been inculcated in every individual, but has not consumed the essence of the individual. Because with the world order, people having jobs and being paid a lot of money to do those jobs, they are still not fulfilled. There's a void that they wanted to fill with the job, but the void is still there. Which means this void is not filled with material elements material joys or satisfactions that we get from pursuing development or living in the most technological ecosystem that development, the science as technology has ever produced. No, you can't find it. That you can't fill that void with materialism and utilitarianism. That void is meant for God, for you to connect with yourself. Recently, I was in a group that talks about drug addiction and everything and mental health. And I realized that drug addiction and mental health issues are not about, the opposite of drug addiction is not sobriety. It is connection. You are addicted because you lack connection. And you don't lack connection to another human being or to earth. You lack connection with your creator, because you're trying to fill a void that cannot be filled with materialism. So the connection we lack with our creator is the reason why we are what do you call it? We are imprisoned by the world order. We feel like we cannot live without the world. And yet you have the whole universe within you. You understand? So we have to see beyond what we are given in the books or bombarded with by the media. The anxiety, the world order thrives on global anxiety. There's no cosmic anxiety. The cosmos has no anxiety. On global anxiety. And if you identify with this global anxiety, you'll never find yourself. You'll always be reaching out for definitions that promise hope to you that is never reaching. And the essence of the universe is that it is infinite. Like numbers, you'll never reach the end. So instead of being contented within yourself and searching for yourself by experiencing the infinity within, you're searching for infinity without. You'll never reach the end. Yeah? And you'll die early. Because even if you die at 90, you'll realize you died early, because there's a lot, if you didn't go within, there's a lot you didn't know within that life. You'll feel used, by the way. If you live life as per the world order and you reach 90 and you realize and you realize that all the while you should have gone within and been awakened to yourself, you'll feel used and cheated by the world. Understand? So that's why we are actually doing this podcast, to make people go within, to make them awaken to themselves, to let them know that they are perfect. There is nothing like imperfection. Imperfection or perfection is defined by world standards. But the universe has made you perfect. God is perfect. And something perfect cannot create anything imperfect. It is impossible. Everything that pertains to the Creator comes through perfection, as perfect in the end, because that's His nature. His body is of the substance of light, which means He knows everything. And His nature is of the substance of truth, which means He is everything. Understand? So you're perfect. You just have to go within and realize it, because there is perfection everywhere in this moment, even in this moment. In the way you relate to everything, there's perfection. The thing is, you're externalizing your essence by going out and exploiting nature for material gains, which is a very sick way to live. It's a very sick way to live, but because you think you're lacking, but you're not lacking. You're full, you're whole, you're complete, you're perfect. Yeah.
You've answered this question in a way, but I want to ask it still.
Yeah.
If the world order is the problem,
Yeah.
what should we replace it with?
There's nothing to replace the world order with. You just have to awaken to yourself. There's nothing out of order. The world order is just an illusion, you understand? And you have been bought into that illusion. So you have to realize they sold you a lie to awaken to the truth. And once you awaken to the truth, you'll realize that the world order cannot touch you. Because what you find people people who are trying to replace the world order are people who are trying to improve on it, which means you are replacing an order with another order. You understand? So the world order in itself has grown with time. It has experience. So if you start rebelling, you're actually rebelling. The world order has the capacity to crush you because it has experience. But if you awaken to yourself, you will realize that that is something within you. There is something very untouchable by the world order, and you won't have even to rebel against it, because the moment you awaken to yourself, you are free, because you awaken to the order that is, the order that was, and the order that will be. You understand? That is the eternal order. There's the universal order and there's the world order. The universal order, the world order is within the universal order. It's only that it exists in apparent disconnection with the universal order. It's apparent because that disconnection is not there. It's an illusion. But the universal order is ever in control. So if you awaken to that universal order, even to this moment, you'll realize the freedom that you are created with by your creator. So it's not something to replace, it's something to awaken to. The reality that is, to see everything as is. And once you see everything as is, there's nowhere to run from, there's nothing to run from, and there's nowhere to run to, because you are whole as you are. But in the world order, you see, we are running from the past and running to the future, and we don't like the moment. But in this universal order, you won't even think about tomorrow. You won't even know that yesterday passed. You will be here, and this moment will fill you with joy, with the joy that you're created to live with, because that is the essence of being.
Should we have more sacred trees like the Mogumo so that we can preserve more trees?
That life to me itself is sacred. There's no, as much as the Mogumo stood out for the Kikuyus, I can't say there's a tree that is not sacred. It's like saying that one person stands out more than another, so it is worth cutting the other person's head and leaving this other person. Everything is sacred in life, and the essence is not about deifying the earth as we see it, the sun, the moon, the stars, the trees, the mountains. No, there's an essence that holds the earth together, the universe together, that is unseen yet ever present. And that is the essence of creation. That is the essence of God. It is invisible yet compact. You understand? And the essence of God is that He is very implicit. You do know what that means? Implicit, like He's very absent. And at the same time, He's very explicit. Explicit means He's very out there. So He's absent, absolutely absent, yet He's very there. So He's very elusive, yet He's present. That's why people say you can't reach God or anything, but He's there. He's very present. He's the most, it's like He's the one you see every moment and the one you experience every moment. Yet he's very elusive, and that's his nature. You understand? Because he is everything. There's nothing he is not. You understand? So you can't specify something spiritually and give it all the spirituality of God. No, in the name of conservation or anything. We should take the whole of it as sacred and beyond it, because the implicitness and explicitness shows the beyondness of God. And life starts from that beyondness, because there comes a times when you submit to God, you start living in what is beyond. You don't understand anything, yet everything happens. You don't understand, you don't have hope, like you live like a hopeless person, yet you have all hope in the world. Understand? You don't understand anything, yet everything happens. You don't know where the food is going to come from, yet it comes. That is the paradox of life, because we cannot understand him, yet he answers. He's there telling you, I am here. So as much as you cannot understand him, he understands you, and that's how you can understand him, that he's there. So he's sacred everywhere. He holds the universe together, and he's beyond.
In the interest of being politically correct,
Yeah.
you say him.
Yeah.
Should we also say she, her?
I'm a Christian man, and it's not that I have issues with the feminine or feminine sex or anything, but the Christian refers to God as the Father. That's how I was brought up. That's how I know him. But in essence, to me, philosophically, God is hermaphrodite. He has everything in him, both male and female, because he is the one who generated both. And he's also asexual because he can create out of nothing. He doesn't have to whatever the way human beings do or other animals do. He can create from nothing. He can produce from nothing. God is everything. So I'm referring to the God that was presented to me as a child and who I have come to know. I'm not defining God for anyone, but I'm just saying I refer to he because that is what I am accustomed to, yet I know he is everything. So he, she, they, that, all that is God. He's not limited to anything. All that is him. Yeah. The trees are calling just for a walk in the undergrowth beneath their heights. A path has grown from our conversations, a path we take together. So don't disrupt me, please, because I'm listening to the trees talking. I am swinging from branch to branch, tree to tree, swinging with my eyes only, gazing and staring slow, watching the trees talking. So don't intrude my silence when the trees are calling. I'm listening to the rattling leaves, the crackling twigs, the whispering winds, and the coolness in the air. I'm listening to the trees speak. They speak the language of being, of simple luxuries, just unjustified extravagance. I am immersed in natural serenity and calm, confident solitude. I am pampered in a comfortable basket of freedom, cushioned with authenticity. The trees are talking loud and clear, with mastered eloquence, articulating beauty in hues unending. They told me to tell you, and so I've done, for I answered the call as the trees were calling. The trees are calling.